So here we are, the In Spirit meeting. Actually, it's the Beyond the Body meeting on day 37. And we're actually in a meditation mode right now. And that is so great that we can start with that. So is there anyone who needs healing or needs a moment of quiet to come to yourself? Yes, indeed. I think we all need that. So that's so great. So we will use today's lesson of A Course in Miracles for that, at least parts of it. And now it's like this is not just reading a couple of lines, so obviously not. So that's always so good to slow down sufficiently that you actually know what you're dealing with here. We're dealing here with this one part in your existence, in your life, what you call your life, in your existence, this one part that is profoundly deep, basically hanging on you as an heaviness, as a pain, as a what am I going to do with that? How can I get rid of that kind of feeling that might have been, say, following you for years and years and years. And that is very uncomfortable. Now, that doesn't sound too joyous and happy, does it? But see, that's also why we're here. If everything would be just fine and everything is released and free and enlightened and whole and beautiful in your experience, because that's what we're talking about, there would be no need for this. There would be just a celebration, that's all. Now here, it's not that we're going to do like a deep kind of therapy kind of thing, but it's more like, now the intensity of where we find ourselves, actually becoming aware that there's still something holding us back to completely jump into heaven. And it's enough. It's enough. It's enough. So it's like, yeah, I've been doing that. I've been looking at that. I've been releasing it. I've been trying to heal it. I have done everything I can to alleviate myself from this specific part in me that keeps coming back. Can take a couple of months, can take a half a year, maybe 10 years, maybe a year, maybe 2 days ago, but still it's there. It didn't go yet. It didn't go yet. Now this is exactly the place where something can happen, in fact, where your complete release is waiting for you. So this spot inside yourself that you drag with you as a cross on your back, really, like in the silent week, it's good to look at it. Like you carry a cross on your back, and you really still think that there's a death connected to it. Like if you would hang on that cross, you would die, is what you think. Forgetting, of course, that the resurrection takes place and that there's no such thing as death. But it certainly feels like you're getting yourself ready for the deepest drama of your life. This can very well be how it feels. It can very well be how it feels. And here we are, holding each other's hands. This is like a healing circle, holding each other's hand, not knowing what to do with it, but certainly wanting that it be released in us, but not knowing how to do that at all. Otherwise you would have already done it. Now this is exactly the place where what we're going to share in the meditation will make perfect sense. And offers you the healing that you are looking for, so that it is like a miraculous occurrence, a miraculous procedure you're walking right into. Now, if you place that as an intention for yourself, like if you place that as an intention, like whatever it is I need to go through, I don't want to carry this cross any longer. There's no need for me to suffer. There's no need for me to hold on to anything that hurts me. And I also don't know what else. It's like this, isn't it? So it's like, I don't know what else either, because I have no image. I literally have no image of how that would look to live without that, since it has been such an incredible big chunk on my back that I'm facing, not on a daily basis, but almost on a daily basis, always there below the surface. It's always making me feel insecure. It always makes me doubt. It always makes me uncomfortable. It always binds me in a certain sense. Like I still feel imprisoned. In fact, I'm trying not to feel it too much. Otherwise, it becomes so impossible to hang out there, to be there. So it's like this exact thing is what is going to be released by your. You have to want it, of course. Like I'm not going to tell you what to do, but here is the opportunity for the alternative, and this is exactly what this lesson is for. This is the level where these lessons are actually occurring. That has nothing to do with any superficialities. It has nothing to do with if you have a happy existence or not. It's like, no, we're talking here about profound joy from within that you have been withholding yourself because of this thing that you still carry with you. And that's not fulfilling your function, as you know now. That's not fulfilling your function. And you so desperately want to get rid of it. So this is your chance. Let's get into the meditation and allow this healing to occur. Allow this pain to be released. Allow this cross to be taken from us. Allow this, in fact, this miracle to occur. This is really the offering. Be still today and listen to the truth. Be not deceived by voices of the dead, which tell you they have found the source of life and offer it to you for your belief. Be not afraid today to circumvent the voices of the world. Be ready for salvation. It is here, and will today be given unto you. Be still and listen to the truth today. For each 5 minutes spent in listening, 1,000 minds are opened to the truth, and they will hear the holy word you hear. Let me be still and listen to the truth. I am the messenger of God today. My voice is His, to give what I receive. So we go to the thought of today, day 37. Tiny change. We have repeated how little is asked of you to learn this course. It is the same small willingness you need to have your whole relationship transformed to joy. It is the same small willingness you need to have it is the same small willingness you need to have your whole relationship transformed to joy. The little gift you offer to the Holy Spirit, for which He gives you everything. The very little on which salvation rests. The tiny change of mind by which the crucifixion is changed to resurrection. We have repeated how little is asked of you to learn this course. It is the same small willingness you need to have your whole relationship transformed to joy. The little gift you offer to the Holy Spirit, for which He gives you everything. The very little on which salvation rests. The tiny change of mind by which the crucifixion is changed to resurrection. So thank you so much for joining. That's so great. So you see how deep this is, how simple this is, and how difficult it is. all at once. So like this was a great setup. Thank you. That was a great setup. I introduced this as the cross that you're carrying. Then it's like, be still, listen to the truth. And now it's like, oh, this tiny little change that needs to occur. Don't make it too big. It's not big. It's a tiny change. And so I was like, listen to the truth. Like, let me be still and listen today to the voice for God. Like, let me listen. Let me do that today. Now, what is this voice telling you? And you can say like, well, how do I recognize that? It is like you, with your open mind, with your willingness to receive something new and not from yourself, you experience that things are given to you. Little tweaks in perspective. For instance, you thought, oh, that's because of this one is doing that to me. And that suddenly shifts and it's like, yeah, let's not forget my part in this. Wait a minute. Yes. I'm actually doing this to myself. Oh, yeah. So it's like there can be a very subtle shift in your consciousness that you suddenly realize, wow, I still have been pointing at someone for the change. I still have been, I still think that there's something out there doing something to me, or the cause of my, the cause of my, depression, hurt, pain. Someone is doing that to you. So this is where absolutely the forgiveness part comes in big time. And I'm talking to you like this because it's like, this is where it takes place, and this is where the changes are happening. These are subtle changes, but like huge in the sense of they twist the thing that you thought before 180 degrees, and suddenly you have a different perspective. Now that relieves you from the burden that you were carrying. Not that you know, like, make sure you get this. It's like, not that you know how anything should look. Not that you now know how to respond to the situation. No, not at all. No, because like the cross that you've been carrying was only a part of your dream. So, and only in that included, completely included. The same as the story of Jesus on the cross. We heard that on Monday by master teachers. Like the whole story of Jesus on the cross was his choice, like his story. And God doesn't want him to hang on the cross. But it was his story. And in a certain sense, you finish your story. You do your story anyway. It's like your dream. It's your dream. But the great part of it is that the dream is unreal, and that's good news. Imagine that your suffering would be real, or imagine that the loss that you experience would be real, or the pain that you're experiencing would be real. Imagine that. But don't imagine it, because it isn't. It's like you did imagine it. That's why you feel the pain of it. You have made it to your reality. Now here we go one step further, because, and this immediately also the most difficult point, is really related to the crucifixion of Jesus in that sense. It's like, and the resurrection, of course, but it's like the whole idea of the suffering, of the hanging on the cross, so to speak, on that in which you see yourself crucified, dissolves with knowing that it's a dream, and that's easy to admit. But then also the main character in the dream that is hanging on the cross, that is doing all the suffering, so to speak, that is receiving all the mocking, that is receiving all the hurt, that's feeling all the hurt, that's feeling all the abandonment, that's feeling all the distraught and all the anxiety, all the conflict, is just as unreal as the dream itself. Now you can say like that concludes the story. Like literally that's where it stops. So Jesus says in Course in Miracles, like there was literally nothing to be put in the tomb. Because literally this recognition took care of all of it. The dream, the dreamer, both are unreal. So there's literally nothing to bury. There's nothing to be put in the tomb. Now, that you can receive by a tiny change of mind. Then this is what we just read in the daily thoughts. It's like in that, exactly in that, is where the change occurs. So literally there's nothing preventing you from having a full resurrection moment by just allowing this to be true for you. In fact, admitting to the unreality of the dream and the character that you have been identified with in the dream. Like they're both unreal. And you don't have to understand that, you don't have to, but you have to, like here is asked, like the only thing that's asked is your willingness to allow this tiny change of mind to occur from crucifixion to resurrection. That's all. It's not big, it's not much that is asked, very tiny little bit, tiny change. It's both unreal. So this is in fact what you might start to feel right now. It's like you might start to feel that there's literally nothing to hold on to. Nothing like your previous experiences. Nothing of your past. Nothing of the way that you have seen yourself. Nothing, none of that. Like you're free as a bird, you could say. You're free as a bird. I don't know if you have watched a bird lately, but it's like one moment it's doing something, the next moment it is as if nothing happened. And this is you too. It's like here I was completely dying in my drama, feeling the hurt and the terror, and the next moment it's all dissolved. Now that's the ease with which you can be present, with which this can occur to you by a tiny change of perspective, literally. It's like it's a change of vision. Recognizing that what you believed in wasn't true, and will never be true, and was never true. But that seems to be a hard thing to admit, that you are not real as you see yourself. So anyway, so that's why we're here too. Like, yeah, this, to come to the place where this becomes like you admit to your complete willingness to have this change occur, is in fact what we're here for, to make that easier for you, to take away all the imaginings that you have about what will happen if you let go of this place, of this world, of your idea about yourself, because that has caused a lot of fear, and you really think that is the end of you. And of course, to a part it is, like, it's the end of you as you know yourself. But that wasn't a very successful endeavor anyway. So yeah, here we are. Oh my God. So I'm totally ecstatic about this, the introduction, the lesson, and the thought of today. It's like absolutely wonderful. What a support. How, like, this whole-mindedness is really working. It falls into place. It is a continuous creative flow, and it expresses itself to liberate everything. Now, if that isn't a mission to give your whole heart to, then what is? So that's what a nice inspiration for this, for the in spirit, where we continue with now. So I'm turning.